hell is running this town needs to be fired.
That was One American News contributor Allison Steinberg, just having a meltdown over seeing a pride flag in her hometown, Huntington Beach. Yeah, so I've definitely lived in Southern California, and I think there are some areas that I'm a little bit when I visit, and Huntington Beach happens to be one of them. So I think it's very nice that they have the pride flag there. But of course, she decides to be very ignorant, which is her business. But shouldn't she be unemployed by now? What, isn't One American News? Aren't they done? I'd like to see them done. Ben.
Yeah, I mean, this is where these people just reveal, like, look, these people have genocidal ambitions. Like, I just want to be very, very clear in case it's not clear enough to anybody yet. These people will not be happy until anybody who is not rich and white is either in prison or not alive.
The whole fist bump charade was done in an effort to make minimal contact. Maybe if JoJo had been wearing his diaper like a good little boy, he could have avoided all of this. And yes, I'm referring to his face diaper, not his regular diaper. We all know Joey doesn't leave the basement without his Depends. I wouldn't be shocked if after this, the CDC decided to take this overreach another step further and started trying to mandate hazmat suits for everyone. That would actually make way more sense if they want this failing garbage narrative of theirs to remain somewhat believable. If you're going to enforce unconstitutional mandates, why not just go all in? Forget the N95. Let's go for full-on gas masks to complement our disposable orange jumpsuits. Okay, but jokes aside, I'm curious to know what you all make of this. Is Biden coming down with the China virus an orchestrated stunt to scare people into believing the new extra deadly Omicron variant is here so they can blame the unvaxxed and push more jabs?
All One American News at this point can do, especially with this woman, Allison Steinberg, is just to offer empty rhetoric and anger and rage to their increasingly dwindling audience who can barely access them. If you want my real opinion, I think Joe Biden is showing that while catching COVID and being incredibly old as he is, he's like has the vaccine and is showing that yes, it's safe, and even though he's caught it, that he's still able to recover safely, which is meant to give people faith in the vaccine, but it's also meant to show people, hey, just because you're vaccinated, just because Omicron variant is going out, doesn't mean that we as a country are gonna be doing anything to fix that. We're not gonna be testing anymore. We're not gonna be doing any of those other things. Get back to work because I'm doing it. I think that's a much more implicit message that's coming out here. But of course, Steinberg's not necessarily like a pro-worker kind of person, doesn't have that actual perspective to provide that for us here. All this is empty rhetoric, empty talking points, and I don't know, like once you saw, many of us in the political sphere remember Tommy Lauren from a couple years ago, who brought this sort of like extreme, I'm just going to be like a blonde white lady and talk about, just stoke anger and fear in my like Republican base audience. And of course, everything you have to supercharge that. So this just seems like the next level of it. Rip to her being on One American News because they're about to go broke, but it's an affordable grift. I mean, it's a good grift, you can do it.
I'm teaching Gabby how we operate so she knows how to dominate when she goes out there on her own. She's gonna do a great job. She's already killing it. We like to target the most outrageous looking people.
We like to stereotype.
Yes, we stereotype to the fullest extent.
She's like, oh my God, this person's on one.
I'm like, oh, that person looks repulsive, go.
That person looks repulsive.
I'm terrible.
Well, first of all, I just gotta say, she's wearing something so cute, and I told her, we need to do a boomerang because her fringe is right here. Don't infringe on Allison's First Amendment.
Don't infringe on me, bitch.
Now, she already told you her strategy is to stereotype, okay? To find these biased and ridiculous positions and create stories out of them. That's what she does. She does not follow truth. She follows her bias. Now, fascinating, she still is at One American News. Okay? She's literally on the record telling you she does everything but the news. No issue, but OAN.